Hey, everybody. Welcome to Chit Chat with Mama. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see people are already tuning in. So, hi, Ashley. It's good to see you. Got some very special guests tonight. I'm so excited. I love these two. We'll talk a little bit more about how we met and who they are here in just a second. So, really quick with everyone, you know the rules. Like and share. Give us hearts. If you don't know how the algorithms work with Facebook, the more hearts you give, the more it shows up on people's news feed. And we want everybody to see this interview and see this chit chat tonight. So please feel free to like us. We are also live on YouTube, Rose Dynasty Foundation's YouTube. And I just shared it with a bunch of places. So I think we're going to go ahead and get started. I think my friends backstage are ready to go. These two, I had the awesome opportunity of meeting back in November at the Austin International Drag Festival. And I immediately fell in love with them and just they're already near and dear to my heart. So I can't wait to bring them on. So make welcome, give a round of applause, likes, hearts, and everything for our friends Party Favors. Hey, ladies.
Hello,
Hi.
hello.
Look at y'all. You look great.
Ooh. This old thing, you like it? Yeah.
I cannot. Thank you for doing that for me. And I got off work and showered.
Hey.
No.
Good thing. Sometimes that's what we just need to do.
Can I just say this first of all? And I was thinking about this last night. Y'all wear pastel better than most I have ever seen.
Thank you.
Rock pastel colors out because that's just like your thing, and I love it. I love it. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. We do have some people tuning in and already sending some likes and hearts, and just want to let everybody know we'll be chit chatting. Please feel free to ask some questions, and we'll bring it up on the screen and ask them. So, tell us who you are, where you're at, and what you do.
Sure. So my name is Sunny.
And I'm Sharon.
And we're Party Favors. We're a singer-songwriter drag duo. We're from a little town called Troy, Ohio, middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just trying to make we're trying to make our big dreams come true in a little town. How about that?
That's very good.
Maybe that's why I just like fell in love with y'all, because we're all three of us are from small towns, whether it be different states. So, oh, look at this already. Y'all are getting kisses from Canada. I don't know who.
Yes,
Gordon.
Gordon.
Canada. Awesome.
Yes, Vancouver.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
I love Canada. I've been one side or the other. It's amazing.
We have not been, and I would love to go.
It will happen one day.
So many beautiful places.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. So you're from Ohio, and like I was telling everybody when we were started, I met you all at the Austin International Drag Festival back in November. You were performers, you had a booth, and I remember Megan, which I hope Megan is watching, and they'll probably yell at me later for calling them out. So let's say hi. Hi, Megan.
Hi, Megan.
No, I'll pay for that later. I remember, like, anybody that knows me knows that drag talent for me is great. I love drag, but I love different types of talent, and I'm all about the non-norm. And you two are definitely not the norm, and that's amazing.
Thank you.
And it's not a bad thing, because we know we all lip sync, and I'm sure y'all have lip synced and maybe do that still sometimes. But I know, me being a singer and being a live singer, it was so encouraging to see y'all sing live in your.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So obviously y'all were singers before. What kind of made you all evolve into what you're doing with live music and drag?
Really, it was kind of funny. So we lived in Columbus before we moved here, and we met in Columbus, and we were performing, we were lip syncing. And when we moved out to Troy, there's not much to do here. So it was it just happened out of necessity, in a sense. Like, we were bored, and I was like, you know what? I have always loved music. I always relate very strongly to the music lyrics. I just emotionally, it's helped me. So, and I love to sing. I mean, karaoke has been my all-time, guilty pleasure forever. My mom used to take me, and I just love to sing. So yeah, it really just came out of, we were bored, and one day we were like, hey, would you want to do this? Like, is this something that you'd want to do? And it actually kind of came like, I don't want to say easy, because it wasn't easy. But
It's a lot of work, but it does come easy and natural to us, just because as well have always wanted to be a performer. I remember when I was like a wee little lad being in the passenger seat with my mom being like, Mom, you know what I want to be when I grow up? A backup dancer for J-Lo. But I knew I wanted to be J-Lo. Like I've always wanted to perform. Like I've never wanted to be a policeman or a fireman or the president. Like I wanted to be on stage putting on a show. Like love my pop divas, love a good like spectacle. So yeah, like I think we've always just wanted to do music. And when it like I've always written, I feel like you've always wrote too. But I've always wrote poetry and stuff like that and never knew how to really put it to music. But it's funny because Sharon's strengths are my weaknesses and vice versa. Like we complement each other so well. Like not only in drag, but in life and in music and stuff like that. It's like we both just
literally, I can tell you, I would not be doing what I'm doing today if it wasn't for this one, because it's really so true. Where I was insecure and lacking in places, Sunny really filled in that void and really helped me, and also showed me that I can do things that I thought I could not do. So yeah, I mean, that was incredible.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. And that's I think whether it be work relationship, personal relationship, whatever, that balance is great. I do want to say, apparently Sarah says that they can confirm as Sharon's sister that apparently you were like a karaoke.
Yes, that's my sister. Hi, Sarah. I love you.
Hi, Sarah.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. So I love the fact, and I think it's important, and I'm all about diversity. I always say that people, if we're all the same, it'd be boring. And even in relationships, if we were both this completely alike, it's just boring. Like it just doesn't work. And it's great that you have, when you find like a working duo, that you have that, okay, this is my weakness, but you can be my strength in that, and vice versa. So that's really cool. So you kind of said your name. So what are your drag names?
So my full drag name is Sharon Snatch.
Yes. And I am Sunny D.
Sunny D. So we'll just go ahead and go to this because I asked you this before on the broadcast. So it's so funny. So your name, Party Favors. Tell everybody how you got it, because I just think it's great, because your original thought of what you wanted to call. Yeah, go ahead and tell that story.
Well, so when we started music, we were like, well, what are we going to call ourselves? We have like our drag names, but we wanted something that like kind of just encompassed both of us. So Sharon thought of Party Favors, and I came home one day and she's like,
it was so random.
It was very random. And she was like, what do you think about Party Favors? And I was like, yes. But it makes so much sense, because just knowing who we both are, and like, just whenever we're at a party, or like when I was at a school dance or a pregame, or whenever there's somewhere to just like break the ice where you got to be the first one dancing or starting the party, that's what we love to do. Like we're always the first one out on the dance floor, making fools of ourselves. And just because everyone's so worried about like, oh, I don't want to look dumb. But it's like, let's get out there and enjoy the music. And that's what we love to do. And that's why Party Favors was like, so perfect.
I will say, when we would go, like when we would at a house party or something like that, or at a dance or something, it's kind of funny. Everyone is kind of like standing, and they're like, afraid to really just cut loose. But it's funny when you cut loose, when like, if I was at the party and I'm cutting loose, it's like you're giving people the permission to be them, like just have fun. You're in a safe space. No one's going to make fun of you. Just have fun. Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And that's what Party Favors kind of encompasses, because when you talk about uniqueness, I think it's super important for people to really love who they are, because, and I know everyone's heard this before, but you're the only one like you, and you have such special talents that only you possess, that the world needs. So you being yourself is so crucial, and finding who you are and loving that person it's life-changing. So it's you have to do that.
Absolutely.
That's so cool. I love it, because I think even myself, I could be reserved at times, especially like I observe my surroundings at first, but then I usually kind of end up being that center of attention, center of the party. I think it's the entertainer in you, and it does. Like you said, it does gives other people that permission to kind of be themselves. I tend to attract the shy, timid people, and I draw everything I can out of them to get them to find themselves. And that's always been that way with friendships and people and like anything I've done. And I mean, even now with Rose Dynasty, working with kids, I tend to have those kind of recluse but what I do is I try to push them and open themselves up and help them discover themselves. So I think that's really awesome. Somebody said, Gordon said, smiles follow them everywhere.
We are everywhere.
But
right?
Just going back to that, it's just like, that's what we want to, what part of it, what motivates us to keep doing what we're doing and pursue what we're doing is that's what we want to draw out of people and show them that just to be comfortable with themselves and to cut loose, because life is just a game. It is just a party, you know, and the more you just have fun and explore the things that you like and, you know, not care what people think, the better and more fun it's going to be. And I know for us, and I think it seems like for you too, you just want people to be comfortable with you. There's no judgment. There's no, you know, I'm not thinking this, you know, when you're interacting with me, I'm not thinking this thing about you or this thing. I just want you to be comfortable in exactly who you are.
Exactly. And that's so important that we can give that message to people. I mean, even the times that we're all going through right now, this with the mess that's going on, one of the reasons I wanted to continue to do these chats and meet people and kind of get other people's words out, but also just give that, I don't know, just spread that message of that. I want to say this, and I would go ahead.
No, I was just saying people need to hear it. And you know, with, like you said, with that shyness, like coming up to people that are shy like that, I want to say, I bet they're so grateful and happy, because once you do let people cut loose with you and you do show them that they can be comfortable, you are, I mean, that's a gift that you're giving someone. And we should be giving that gift to everybody. You should make everyone feel comfortable that you're around, because we don't all have to be alike. And your weirdness is what makes you amazing. Exactly. So we all have to, you know, that's,
I love that. I grew, I don't know how well y'all grew up, but I know me growing up, there was a certain way things had to be and had to act and all this. So I never had that opportunity. And I know with myself, the reason I do that is to give people the opportunity to be themselves, no matter what it is.
Yeah. Cause you know how it feels.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Well,
I mean,
remember that thing that was going around on Facebook, that it was a quote that someone had tweeted that was like, as a queer person, as a gay person, we're trying to be someone that society would accept. And now later in life, we're trying to figure out who we are, because we can let that go. Because I know for myself too, it was very much, I censored everything I said. I censored my hand gestures. I censored my emotions. And I had no idea who I was when I was younger. I had no clue. And it's taken me now in my 30s to really, and my late 20s and my early 30s, to be finally comfortable in my skin. And it is such a wonderful, wonderful feeling.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like it's not just like and you love yourself and you know, everything's all better and you're, you know, having fun. It's like, I feel like I'm in the midst of like a whole, you know, episode of just like loving myself and learning to really just let go and self-discovery and exploration and stuff like that. And
absolutely,
it's always ongoing.
It is, and like you said, it's not a switch that you just turn off or on. I mean, I'm like we were talking about earlier. I'm 41, going on 14, and I'm still processing. I'm still dealing with. I'm still growing with that. I mean, it's a constant journey. It's a constant stretching. It's a constant, almost even battle. And that's why I do what I do. That's why I spread that message that we talk about. Rose Dynasty's law is that you are loved, accepted, and wanted, and true acceptance is embracing the likeness and respecting the differences. And and I believe that with all my heart, because I remember how it was to not feel that. And like you said, watching your hand gestures, I mean, there was a lot of things I wasn't allowed to do for whatever excuse they wanted to make it. And I look back and I was like, wow, I'm still at 41, still discovering new things about myself. This quarantine, I don't know about y'all, but wow, I discover some things about myself.
Yes.
It's crazy. So it's like, I'm not like a religious person, but I'm very spiritual in the sense of like, I do believe we go somewhere after we're here. And I believe that there's purpose for our lives. And there's everything that happens has a rhyme and reason. And there's, you know, and I do think that this pandemic, we've all been shut in. and we've all had to really reflect on who we are. Who are you when no one's around? Do you like who you are when no one's around?
Right.
And that's a big deal.
Yeah.
When you can be alone and you can be by yourself and you enjoy your company, that's huge strides in growth, because it's super important.
We were just having a conversation the other night about this time has been, you go to work and you put on a face. You bring some of your true self in, but you have to present yourself in a certain way. And you go out in public and you have to present yourself in a certain way. This time has literally stripped all those masks off, and who are you at the core?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's great.
We're so distracted all the time. We don't really take the time to figure out, I feel.
I agree. And I've been thinking that too. I might have to bring that up tomorrow in our mental health breakout that we do online. But I think it's great. True, because I'm the type of person, I'm surrounded by people constantly with work and then with Rose Dynasty. And then there was just never time for Jason. And the first couple weeks, and I was sharing this with y'all before the broadcast, first couple weeks, I had to kind of figure out, okay, I got to get my bearings straight, because I went from 80-hour weeks to surrounding myself with people all the time, to my dog, my husband when he wasn't working, and just me. And it was like, who is Jason? Can you handle this? And it was rough for the first couple weeks. And then I was like, aha. And then those aha moments happened of, okay, this is who I am. So I think you hit the nail right on the head with that. And I think just like you said, of, things happen for a reason. I'm a firm believer in life kind of things have set up in place, and whether you choose to make those decisions or whatever, almost like the finish your own storybooks or movies. Pick a choice. And I believe that they've kind of been laid out before us for us to choose. And I think that this is a great time. It's a great opportunity for a lot of people to find it. So that's great. I do want to kind of point out something, and I don't think I've shared this with y'all, but I want to. So when I went to Austin, we as Rose Dynasty, we began to grow really quickly. A lot of things happened in that first year or two of us. And, the opportunity for us to go to Austin was great, because our Miss Rose Dynasty, Miss Tora, one campus.
Yes.
She was going, and I contacted Austin. I was like, listen, I've got a couple of us teens that want to go. Everybody say hi to Evie. Yes, I see.
Hi, Evie. Aw, so cute.
And I was like, I think we need to come. Can we make this happen? And that team was so amazing to bring us out, because we're something different than anyone has ever seen. And we got there, and I want to say I was kind of in a slump. I was kind of in a place where I'm like, we need to go to another level. Even myself, there needs to be some shifting happening. And a lot of that happened at Austin. And one of the things was me meeting y'all. And I don't know if you know this. So I led worship. I have sang. I had music on iTunes. I had several albums out. I've sang back up in the Christian realm before coming out. And music was part of my life. Like, it was my core of my being. And when I came out, it kind of got put aside, because that's all I knew was the church side.
Yeah.
And I knew of drag queens singing live. I'd seen it, and most of it was, and I don't mean any harm to them, but most of it was really bad karaoke. And it's okay, but it was like, it just wasn't fitting. And I was like, there's something. So I had written a song many years ago, and when I met you all, I may have shared, but I don't remember, but I was like, it started to inspire me to get back into music. And on the way home from Austin, one of my really good friends, who's also my producer in Nashville, sends me a message and says, hey, so I've got the song that you recorded several years ago. We need to get you back in the studio to re-record it. It wasn't a good recording. I had a sinus infection all that time and everything. On the way home from Austin.
Wait. Yeah. Pause. Were you even in contact with this person?
Not about that. No, I mean,
they just randomly, they texted you like, hey, I have this song. We need to finish this.
We were driving
crazy.
Through Louisiana when I got the text. Now, his wife is one of my really best friends, and she actually may be watching, but the timing, like, I hadn't said anything, and I'm like, oh my God. So he sent me the recording, and I was like, oh, but I didn't remember the words of the song that I had written.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
Driving, right? I remember driving, I'm going, oh my God. 4 years ago was not the time for this song to be released.
Yeah.
So it ended up, I went back in December to Nashville, recorded the song, and then I released it premiered it at the pageant. I sang it live. Only the second time I had ever sang live in drag, and it was the first time not singing like a Christian song.
Yeah.
And it was, for me, was a big, bold, powerful movement because I was able to release words, and the song is called "As I Am." And I don't know if y'all got to hear it or not.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I watched. Didn't you put up a video of like you in the studio or something like that? Or like working on it?
I did.
Okay,
And then
and I also watched the live version.
The live version. So for me, it was just so amazing. Like this new level, this new thing for me. It's scary and amazing at the same time. But I wanted to say that your art helped encourage me to do that. You know, whether I become a full-time live singer or it's just an occasional thing, it really helped me stretch my talent, because what Momma does is way different than anybody else too. And you know, it was great. So I wanted to really encourage you all that you did encourage me. And of course, the timing of, really, I'm driving back from Austin after already being.
I know, that's so
incredible.
That's amazing.
That's incredible.
That's so amazing, and I'm so happy that. Isn't it crazy how you wrote it 4 years ago and it just wasn't the right time?
Yeah.
There definitely is a timing for everything, and that's amazing. That fills my heart.
Aww. That does. Yes, that. You know, it's such a privilege to hear you say that, because it's like, that's such a, I think one of the greatest things in this world that you can do is help other people. And if we helped you in any way, shape, or form, that makes me so happy. So thank you for sharing that. That's amazing.
And I think we need to hear that. We need to hear those encouraging words from people when we inspire them. It's important. It helps us.
You know, the next time I have self-doubt, or because there's always self-doubt, there's times when I'm like, what are we doing? Should I give up? Like, is this going anywhere? I'm going to remember you telling us that. And that's going to keep me motivated and keep me moving forward.
Yeah.
There's been a few, like 2 or 3 other instances like that in the past. And I keep those words right here anytime I have self-doubt. And it's just like, it keeps me motivated.
I think it's so important.
So thank you.
I wish y'all were closer. Like, I'm like, and I know we really hadn't had a chance to stay in touch even since then, but little bits here and there. And I don't remember what it was I saw it. I'm like, I need to get these girls on the show. People need to see you. And I just absolutely was thrilled that you said yes. I'm like, let's make this happen.
We were thrilled that you asked us.
I know. Thank you for thinking of us.
Yeah.
And I mean, even with social media the way it is, I mean, I know as a kid, this wouldn't have happened. I mean, heck, I remember the annoying noise of dial-up and, you know, taking emails, you know, AOL 3.0 or whatever.
My mom being so mad that I clogged up the phone line all day.
or I put so long for that email or that picture or whatever it was to download, and the phone rang, and I didn't start what it was to block the call. We had call waiting, and it would boot me off, you know. It was, no. You know, and here we are complaining. Here I am complaining about 150 upload and download. I'm like, that's not fast enough.
That's hilarious.
As crazy, technology has really, it's nuts where we've gone. So it's,
I know. Well, I mean, like this program I was showing y'all, this, you know, this was a godsend, you know, like, wow, I can produce my own stuff. And when my husband's here, he can do it, but I'm doing it all right here on my computer, and it's
so
amazing.
Really, you know what, this time has really shown that drag artists are very resilient.
Yes.
And because as soon as things close, you are seeing shows online, you are seeing shows, you know, shows from living rooms, you are just seeing drag artists are so resilient. And I feel like, I mean, that's just the story of drag in general is, you know, resilient and pushing the envelope and trying and figuring out new ways to present art and stuff like that. So I think that's a really cool thing that has come out of all of this is all the online shows and all the online performances. And it really just shows like, you don't need to go to a bar to perform when you can just turn on Facebook and do a ditty, you know?
Absolutely. And on that note, anybody that's watching or watches, if you need to book somebody, get a hold of Party Favors, get on their Facebook, send them a message. Let's book them. I'm available. Hey,
yeah.
book me, you know? book us. We're here. I did some pre-recording stuff last week, so I got a couple videos I can send out. We can do live stuff. Book us. Why? Because this is a great opportunity. In fact, I'll be on Coco Gem Holiday show. Coco Gem from season 2 of Camp Wanakiki. I'll be
Shout
on
out to Coco. We love her.
We love Coco.
Hopefully she's watching. We love her. I'll be there on June 13th on that show. Do you have an online show coming up with anyone?
We just had a show with
Nitrix Oxide. Yeah, we just had a show. They're from San Francisco. So that's another thing about this whole thing is it's allowed more connectivity and networking. And with shows from Nitrix had people from San Francisco, New York, Colorado, Columbus. It's all over the place. It's amazing.
Love them. I met them at Austin Drag Festival too. I remember I saw their hair and I was like, is that a Brian Slayer? Hair? And he's like, yeah, well, I know Brian really well. I've known them for years. And I was like, I know that hairpiece, like all get out.
Amazing. Like, Austin Drag Fest is literally is the best. It's so good for just hanging out, chilling, and networking, and just being literally in a bunch of love.
Wasn't it? Like, and it. I was so excited about this year and sad at the same time that we can't do it.
Yeah.
But hopefully 2021 is going to be a bigger, better one. I'm want to hopefully get with them to have some ideas too for some other stuff. I would love to see it grow. So it was such a great, I made some great relationships out of it, y'all. And that I love. Really quick too, anyone watching, there is PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App down there. Throw us some dollars or 2 or 10 or
money.
Yeah. Girls, absolutely.
5s, 10s,
it.
100s.
Please share this. We'll be on here for a little longer. We're actually going to move into another segment here with the girls, but everyone watching, thank you. And again, comment. We've got a couple people y'all are watching, but you got some questions for them, please pop them up. I know several of our people, Jennifer, that I just said, Jennifer's one of our Rose Dynasty families, and they're faithfully watching all of our stuff. And Ashley, who was on earlier too. So I love everything y'all are doing. Hopefully we can get y'all some bookings out of this. Maybe
that would be amazing.
Maybe we can talk about, hopefully we can maybe get y'all at the pageant one year. That would be,
Ooh, that would be
fantastic. We would absolutely love that.
Dynasty would love to have it. We had some live singing and again, we're all about that variety. But on that note, you all have something in 2021 that I'm excited about, and I know that y'all are. So let me see if I can find this. I'm going to pop this up on the screen.
Yes.
Look at these headliners, y'all, on a cruise out of Florida.
Yes.
So,
go
ahead. Yeah.
With the Drag Clubhouse, which is an amazing group of people. We were on a cruise with them last September, and that was our first cruise with them, and we got to meet everyone, or a lot of the group, because not everybody could make the cruise. But oh my gosh, it literally is a family reunion. Whether you're a part of the family or not, when you're with them, you are family. And it was just a blast. So this one is even bigger. And after all the pandemic stuff, this is going to be crazy. You have Land Insider, Angina, which Angina was on the last one, and she's amazing.
Such a sweetheart. Such a sweetheart.
Mariah, Rockham, and Maxi Glamour, Coco. So many good, amazing, diverse entertainment.
Miss Kitty Litter.
Miss Kasha Davis, Diana Fire.
Yeah.
Oh, I cannot wait. It's going to be fun. It's going to be this is going to be the party on the sea.
The cool thing about the cruise is what we love about Austin Drag Fest. It's literally taking that festival and putting it on a boat. It's just like that. You're literally meeting people, making connections. We talk to people now, and we follow people from that. And I just love seeing what they're doing, and I love that I know them. I love that I know who they are now, because Robin and people like that, they're just such amazing people. And the crew, it's just so much fun.
And
so much fun.
And you're with them for an extended period of time, for days. This next one's going to be an 8-day cruise, and you're doing excursions, and you're eating lunch and dinner and you're hanging out on deck. And it's just like you really get the opportunity to connect with people. And it's so amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
So wonderful.
Gordon says, is it April yet? I guess Gordon goes on
Right?
the cruise.
I know, Gordon. It needs to be April now.
Listen, so I know, unfortunately, this year's got canceled and it was out of California, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Going out of LA.
And they were all like, where should we go on the next cruise? I'm like, Florida, please, Gigi, Florida. And I'm like so excited about it. So I've never been on a cruise ever.
Oh, yeah, me neither. So this last cruise was the first time I'd ever been on a cruise boat, so I didn't know what to expect. And I never want to be on a cruise without these people. Like I don't want to experience a cruise another way because it was the best.
I love a lot of those people that are going to be there. I mean, Kitty Litter has just been my granny sister. I love her.
Yeah,
I love her so much.
I've been checking on her so much in this pandemic. And Diana, and I met Anjana like forever ago in Long Beach, California. They probably don't even remember me, and they were just such a doll. Like, so it's such a great group. And like I said, was talking to y'all earlier, Gigi has been talking. So I want to go. My husband and I were talking last night about it again. He's been on a cruise. I'm like, I understand. I mean, like, it really may not be much of a vacation because he'll sit on the balcony and just read all day.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll do that. You go out and socialize and you do your thing. So it's probably and it's right in the middle of our anniversary and his birthday. So
that's perfect.
There you go. There you go.
And that's what's great about a cruise is you can do that. One of you can sit on the balcony, soak up the sun, read a book while you could go to shows. The other can go to shows and do this and that. And
hang out by the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he loves to dress up. He wears more makeup than I do. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Then this is totally his thing too, because the coolest thing about this group was that there are activities that they do that are themed and that they have costumes and they
costume parties every night.
And they do like it's like a competition. So whose is better? So it's like these people really go all out.
And
it is so amazing.
So I'm gonna take a big cargo crate for my costume.
Yes. Some of the stuff. Yeah, I was like, well, a couple of people like Gigi. Some of her costumes, I saw her and I was like, Gigi? Like, like it was amazing. It was really something else. And
all right, it's
really fun.
We're going to have to try to commit to that. I'm going to pop it up again. So anybody watching, let's see on here, you can get the information.
I believe it's the dragclubhouse.com.
Okay. Yeah, or you can reach out to Art, myself, or Party Favors, and we can get you in touch with them. The Drag Clubhouse does have a Facebook. You can look them up that way. It's April 17th to the 25th in 2021. And what a way we were in dire quarantine during that time. Next year, we're going to be having a good time on a cruise ship.
Yes.
I believe.
And I will say, if for some reason you can't make that one next year, always stay up to date with the Drag Clubhouse. Like follow them on Facebook because their cruises. It's funny because the one that was canceled this year, it backed up. It was a week on sea or leaving out of LA, a week on the water, and then we port back just in time for DragCon LA. So they like to kind of pair up their sailing dates with something that's going on maybe in the city or somewhere near. So.
Too bad I didn't already have a date for Miss Rose Dynasty next year in March.
You're right.
Perfect.
Port back just in time for Miss Rose Dynasty.
Yeah,
love that. Yeah,
that's
like
so
the last
cool.
one we were on, it ported back just in time for the Southern Decadence Festival in
Southern
New Orleans,
really
and that was amazing.
Yeah.
That was very cool.
Stuff about Southern Decadence. It either gonna scare me or enjoy it.
It was fun. It was fun.
I love it. Well, so we've talked about you doing music. I hear you have a song for us.
We do.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop off the screen.
Okay.
And I'm going to turn it over to y'all for a few minutes. Talk about your song, whatever, sing, and then I'll come back when you're done.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Can't wait to hear what you have.
Thank you. So, as you guys know, we do, some of you know, we do a lot of electronic, kind of like dance numbers. But we also really love to do things acoustic, and this is like such a great moment for that. So we wanted to bring out the guitar.
This is a brand new song. We created it during quarantine, and we're really excited. We'll be releasing it soon. The date is to be determined, but this is called I Can Be.
make a move. Just keep it between you and me.
I can see this through, make it feel brand new. Just keep this between you and me.
Out of the blue, out of the blue, I never knew. Out of the blue, out of the blue, I fell in love with you. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need. I can be that for you. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need. I can be that for you. Yeah, I can be, yeah, I can be whatever you need. Yeah, I can be, yeah, I can be anything. I could wear Dior or leave it on the floor. Just keeps between you and me.
I can play the fool, break all my rules. Just keep this between you and me.
Out of the blue, out of the blue, I never knew. Out of the blue, out of the blue, I fell in love with you. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need. I can be that for you.
Oh yeah.
Tell me what you want, tell me what you need. I can be that for you.
Oh yeah.
I can be, yeah, I can be whatever you need. Yeah, I can be, yeah, I can be anything. Hold me like you're not letting go. Hold me like you never let go. Yeah, I can be, yeah, I can be anything. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need. I can be that from you. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need. I can be that for you. Tell me what you want from me. I can be anything.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I was
Oh,
snapping
thank
pictures.
you.
I was snapping pictures too. I was like, I gotta. That's so pretty. So, where can they find your music?
One-stop shop is partyfavorsmusic.com. And we have a is Stripped? I can't remember if Stripped is still out. But we Stripped is still out?
Yep.
Okay, so we have a Stripped EP out, which is just us and the guitar. And then we have our Party Favors After Hours, which is all like poppy dance music. And then we have our newest singles, which are Leave Your Heart on the Dance Floor. And then our newest single, Take Me Anywhere. All of that is available, and you can find links and stuff at partyfavorsmusic.com.
Yep. Yeah, so like iTunes, Amazon Music,
Spotify, Prime, all of that. It's
just
everywhere.
Put in Party Favors or Party Favors Music, and we should pop up maybe, hopefully.
Yep. YouTube, SoundCloud, all of it.
Yeah.
Partyfavorsmusic.com. Add that banner up there just so people
Yay!
Beautiful.
Thank you.
can check it out. So good. You're on iTunes and Spotify and all that.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Good.
that
I'll
one that
add
we
it.
just did, we're
haven't-
getting that finalized and everything, so that will be up soon.
Yeah, we haven't released that one just yet, but it is one that we've decided that we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and release that one. We write songs all the time that that we just keep. But some of them we do think like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and do something with this. So.
Yeah.
I think that was beautiful. I can't not wait. I'll add it to my playlist.
Oh,
if you
thank
all
you.
loved it, if you liked it, please give us some hearts. Give them some hearts.
Hearts.
Tip the girls. And buy the music, right? Tip it. Love it. So I love it. I just love what you're doing. I can't wait to do more with y'all.
Likewise.
It was a love song, right? Obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
So share a little bit about why that's a love song. What's happening here? I asked one of y'all that the other day. I was like, so what's the story? So share the story.
What's the story?
Well,
I love that.
It's kind of funny. So I know, like, for myself, the process of writing music, I just kind of let whatever comes to mind flow through. And I try really hard not to overthink things. But it was really funny with this one because this image of like being intimate with someone and being like, I can be whatever you want me to be for you. Like, what do you need from me? Like, what would you like? And to me, that's what it was. So to me, it's a very sexy song in a sense, like, I can do whatever you like.
So on that note, are you all an item? Are you siblings? Are you what? Because
we are an item.
We are an item.
We've been together for this June will be 5 years.
Yes, we've been together for 5 years. It's my longest relationship before this was like 6 months. So I
know.
But you know what? That's okay. That's all right. I know.
It's been incredible. It's this one in and out of drag pushes me in.
Don't make me cry.
Don't cry. I'll keep that to no.
Cry.
It's just an amazing thing to find somebody where you share the same goals and the same dreams and a lot of the same likes and we are different people, but we have a lot of things that we're compatible with, and to do this and to have somebody to travel with and be there for you and always is amazing. And no matter how big we get or how big our dreams are, how many people we have watching us, I know at the end of the night it's such a comforting feeling that it will always be us going, falling asleep together in an empty dark room. I just, for some reason, like, it's a very cool thing.
Oh, look at her crying. I love it.
I
know. I'm the one who I get a little emotional and since
I'm a super sensitive person. I truly am, but I've used it. It's like you got to learn how to use it. But I will say it really is. I was gonna quit drag before I met this one. I always found drag to be really lonely because I didn't have like a drag family or anything like. And I kept to myself. I didn't really let people in. So it was, how I was talking about earlier, everything happens for a reason. It's like the timing and how we met, when we met, all of it. It's just, I can't say enough how how wonderful and perfect it was.
But don't you just love that? Like how it falls into place?
Yeah.
Hold that thought really quick. So Daniel, hi Daniel, my friend Daniel in California.
Hi Daniel.
Is one of the most amazing people ever in the world. He can't find you guys on PayPal, so I think you need an email.
Okay. Well, thank you for looking for us.
Let me see here.
So
that's
Daniel,
really
we'll find that for you. So I love hearing that story. I really can relate for the drag kind of feeling lonely. I didn't have a drag family. I mean, when I was younger and came out, I had some amazing transgender drag queens who nurtured me, but they weren't really drag parents.
Yeah.
Really more of I'm a new gay boy and I need it protected.
Yeah.
And I was great. I'm so grateful to them. I still talk to them. But of course, when I moved into doing what I'm doing now, it was really lonely for the first several years. I was lucky to have my husband, my partner, we've been together 12 years, who supports, who makes all of my costumes, everything I wear, who,
that's
yeah,
amazing.
if you didn't know that. Yeah. Everything you saw me wear at Austin Drag Festival, he made. He does all of our sounds and lights. So it's kind of like y'all, you may have been the drag partnership, but like we make a great team. And it was such a if you say God sent, whatever amazing thing that happened, so it's good to have that balance. And we are opposite. When I tell you opposite, and people that know Scott that are watching can tell you, like he doesn't like humans, and I love humans. And he would be fine. He's ready now that the quarantine's over for me to get back on the road and travel. And he can have his time to himself. So but we balance and we work. And like you said, I loved hearing that. But I also kind of wanted to point out too that I know a lot of drag couples, and I only know few, and you being one of the few, that work well together, because drag in theory can be very competitive. It can be very catty at times. It can be, to know that there's other couples out there. Our friends, Twyla Holiday and Summer Holiday, if you're there in Florida, you know them. When Summer was doing drag, they did drag together, and they, it worked. But a lot of couples, it doesn't. So do you ever find that is a struggle? Or is it really just legit, just kind of easy?
I would say it's legit easy for me, because I don't know, I've never had when it comes to being in a couple like this, when you're sharing the spotlight, you genuinely have to be willing to share that spotlight, and you have to genuinely want someone to shine as bright as they can shine. And that's all I've ever wanted for him. And for myself, it's like, when you know that you can do really well, it's like you don't want someone who you is down, you want to bring them up to where you are, or even above you, if you really love someone. So it's like, for me, it was easy in a sense that I just didn't have that, like, I needed the spotlight on me, which there's nothing wrong with that, for people that are like, I want all the attention to myself. If that's what they want, that's what they want. That's okay. I just haven't been that way.
Well, and I'm not the same way, or I'm not that way either, because the spotlight is big enough for both of us, and for many more people, like, when artists and people tear other people down because of that fear of like stealing a spotlight, the spotlight is huge. It's what you make of the spotlight. And it's not, we do, when it's two creative minds coming together, we do quarrel and fight and have arguments and stuff like that. But we understand it's like, we may get frustrated with each other, but that's shallow compared to the depth of our relationship. And I do think it can spark comparing yourself to that other person, but you have to realize that's coming from inside of you, and you have to do the work on yourself. Especially, we watch all of our performances back just because we want to learn and grow every time. And we are in competition with ourselves. We're not after anybody's gig.
No.
Except our own, and maybe RuPaul's will take that gig. But we're not in any, we are want to support everybody, and it's like I said, we are just in competition with ourselves. And it's a lot of internal work that you have to do to be able to get to the point where you're like, you know what? We're both badass people and badass entertainers, and we can share the spotlight.
And I will say one thing too about that is when you do understand that the spotlight is big enough for everyone, or no one's going to steal it from you. The music that either I come up with or Sunny comes up with, like if I come up with something and I'm like, hey babe, what do you think of this? I'm not kidding. He literally will take what I've done and elevate it to a level I didn't know it could go to.
Right.
So it's like I benefit so much from listening and sharing what I do.
Yeah. And vice versa.
Yeah.
I love that, because when you were talking, just sharing that, it reminds me of, so when Scott's making me an outfit, he has this vision, and sometimes he'll come and he thinks it's done, and I'm like, I never want to make him feel bad. I'm like, no, can we do this?
Yeah,
and
you have to do that.
We've had some knockout, drag out arguments. And then when it's done, we actually end up laughing about it. Now, after 12 years, you just laugh at it. You're like, oh, we both were wrong, or we both were right, or whatever. And then the outcome is just like, well, bam. And we did this with my black gown that I wear, my black 16 yards of black velvet gown that I wear for the pageant. Like, it was a nightmare. And then when it was finally done, it was like, oh my God. So I love to hear that. So Brandon Hood says, I may or may not remember when Sharon met Sonny.
Hi, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon. I was going to say, I bet you do, because I worked with Brandon at that time. And I remember when I met Sonny, Tony, I was, well, for one, I had definitely been hurt dating, in a sense. Like, I would tell someone I do drag, and then they'd be like, not interested anymore. So it was very much, I was tiptoeing around with this one. I was trying not to get my feelings involved, and I was trying to stay distant. But yeah, I knew this one was very special from the very beginning.
Because I am.
I love it. Did you find your PayPal?
Yes. This is showing Party Favors Music, but if you need an email.
Yeah, because I just tried to look too. So
yeah. It just info@partyfavorsmusic.com
is our email.
Yeah.
info@partyfavorsmusic.com. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I hope you can hear that. It's raining out and our duck is out.
We have ducks and chickens. Our duck is quacking out there.
Yay, ducks. I love it.
Yes.
Daniel, if you're hopefully still watching, so it's info@partyfavorsmusic.com. I had a feeling, because I tried looking at Party Favors and it wouldn't come up either. So
you can find it. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, hello, Miss JC Ray. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, JC.
Love it. So I love that how creativity happens, and that's security, that's love, that's relationship. I mean, I have a couple best friends that I've been friends with. I know you have a friend that we were talking about that's visiting you right now. And like, my best friend have been almost 20 years. And then my other one, like, there are times that we literally will get that like knockout, drag out arguments. And I've worked creatively with both of them. And then when you step back, you're just like,
we had a little tizzy fight the other couple weeks ago when we were writing a song or coming up with a song. And we were literally arguing about what word to use. Do we use next? Do we use there? Do we use here? And like, at literally one point, I started laughing and I'm like, well, we can't use next because we've already been there and now we're here.
Yeah, I mean, it was hilarious.
Like, it was ridiculous.
And I would say too, it's when you are being creative and you come up with something, it's like a baby. It's like this is my baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when someone says like, oh, but your baby, like your idea, your creativity, it could be tweaked and be better. You could either take that as threatening, or you could be like, oh, you can release, let it go, and then it can be something even greater than what you thought.
Yeah, I think that's something we both have to have work on.
Oh, we've had to really learn how to do that.
Because we do work on things together, but we also come up with ideas and stuff like that on our own. So when we bring it to each other, it's like, that's good, but I think it could be this, or something. Sometimes it's like that, or it's like, well, I just don't like that in general.
Yeah, or yeah, it could be that too. So this is really funny. When we first started dating, we started a YouTube channel and we called it the Sunny and Sharon Show. And our biggest arguments we have ever had, some of them have been over the editing that went into, or the content that went into these YouTube videos. It was hilarious. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Or like figuring out what color shade of pink to get in hair.
Oh yeah.
Or is that the right color blue? Like, it's such ridiculous things, but it's like, it's detailed things. Like, I don't know. It's really funny.
It's just, it gives you variety. It gives you a little bit of spunk. JP Ray says, a little spicy. That's it. Love that you're sharing the knowledge, sharing the spotlight. Yes. I think that's important. I think and kind of going back to that, we're talking about like with Rose Dynasty and Momma and different things. And I'm very transparent about this. And I even said it at the pageant. The biggest struggle I had when I said we wanted to start Rose Dynasty and Momma doing what Momma does was from the LGBT community. the straight community supported me more than anybody. It was the
Yeah.
other drag queens that were like, we don't want you here. We don't want your kind here. And it used to like, I mean, I would cry. I would be so upset about it.
Absolutely.
And I finally came to the point, and I surrounded myself with people that supported me, which was key. And I think that's key in anything. But the other thing is I had to realize that it's my journey. This is my talent. Just like you said, it's your stage. It's your spotlight. This is my stage, my spotlight. And I love to bring people in. And if you don't want me on yours, that's okay.
Yeah.
I can build my own stage. I can build my own platform. And I
Yes.
love that y'all are doing that. I do. I
Yeah.
love doing that.
It really is just making a space for yourself. And that's what I feel like every entertainer needs to do. If you want to pursue this, you need to make the space for yourself. And there are going to be so many people trying to step on your toes or tear you down or tell you we don't want you here because they feel threatened that you're doing something different.
Okay.
And that's just an insecurity in them, you know. It's like, oh, you know, something new could be possibly better, you know, that instead of just like uplifting artists and stuff and things like that, which we all need to do.
Absolutely.
They want to tear them down. And what I always say is I will be your biggest fan and your greatest inspiration. Like when I'm in Austin and I see all the different type of drag, those artists are rock stars to me.
Is it not
like
amazing?
Rock stars? And like, I love it. I love watching and being in the audience and being just like the biggest fan, but I also love being on stage and showing what we have to, you know?
Well,
I can't wait to get on stage there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the other thing too, is like because we have had some pushback from queens that are like, oh, you're a singer. Oh. But it's like, the thing is like
the imitation.
Oh,
That was perfect.
the thing is though, like, I can't do what they do. And they might not be able to do what I do, but I can't do what they do. And what they do is amazing. And it's really coming down to believing in yourself.
Yeah.
Believing truly in what you do. And to an unshakable truth that you're like, what I do is amazing and no one else, because no one else can do what you do.
Yeah.
No, your talents is all yours.
Yeah.
It's taken me 18 years of drag. I've been doing it 18 years. It's taken 17 of those 18 years to realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This last year,
It's a tough lesson.
it
is
is.
a very
And
tough
I
lesson.
finally had to realize that. Listen, you can do what you do. I do what I do. And it is what it is. I do want
There's
to
room for all of us.
thank you. And that's Austin showed me that. I remember sitting back and there were different levels of talent. There were newer talent. There were different types of talent. There were some that I personally was like, and it was nothing against them. Like, they were talented, but I remember in my head going, I'm embracing this because you know what? They're doing something I'm not.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't wear that. I can't do those types of songs. And it makes nothing wrong with them. And when I was like, it wasn't bad. It was like, that Mama can't do that.
Yeah.
Right.
But,
And it's just because it's not your cup of tea doesn't mean it's not somebody else's cup of tea, you know?
I think everyone needs to go to Austin Drag Festival. This is such a
absolutely.
promo for them. We need to be like, hey, y'all. We need to do a commercial
Yes.
there.
If you want to be submerged in love, that is the place to go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally, and it's kind of like Pride. You know, when you're in a parade for Pride, you're just, I bawl every time I'm in a parade for Pride because the love that you feel from everybody. But Austin is the same way. It's like, go around and talk to these people, and the love that is pouring out every which way is so wonderful.
I told my staff, I told my board, and I told everyone that went with me, I said, I got more out of the Austin Drag Festival than I ever did at any summer, church camp, church conference. I felt more complete and more loved than I had in any other experience. It was amazing. But really quick, Sherilyn Matthews says hello. That's our Miss Rose Dynasty 2020.
Amazing. Hi,
Y'all-
Sherilyn. And
Y'all need to check
congrats.
her out. She is amazing. Like, we just did, I was telling y'all, we did a paint night with Sherilyn last Friday night that she did the sip and paint online. Oh my God. I had so much fun. I suck, and I don't have it here. I suck at painting. Do I have my painting here? No, I don't. I suck at painting, and she helped me paint beautifully. I was so excited. So I want to give her a shout out. Also, JC says, do they have a foundation or a charity that they support that I can make a donation to? I know that you guys are business, so is there anyone that you would recommend or anything like that?
I would recommend.
I was gonna say Kaleidoscope in Columbus.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Kaleidoscope or Equitas, but I think Kaleidoscope.
Kaleidoscope is really amazing program because they actually help
It's
youth.
the youth teen LGBT center
Yeah.
in Columbus, and they provide so many services. So Kaleidoscope in Columbus, Ohio. That is definitely who we would love to donate anything to.
If you can't find it, shoot me a message or shoot them a message. They'll get you in contact.
Yes. Yep.
They are really, truly a wonderful program. I actually know, I personally know some kids that were in that program that were kicked out of their house. They had nowhere to go. And this place housed them, fed them, made sure that they were safe. And it's such a
really amazing
program.
I want it. Oh my God, Rose Dynasty. One day we're going to be able to do that. That's our dream and goal too, to be able to do.
I do want to say this. I'm so happy that in your area you persevered and you made a spot for yourself, because you are doing so many amazing things with your online shows, with your advocacy and your teen work and everything, your story times. You are doing something truly, truly amazing. I think I told you I already told you all this in Austin, but like my heart is filled with what you do, because that's amazing. It's amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I love, like, it's perseverance. Like you said, it's
hard work.
A lot of hard work.
It's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. When I decided to make it a foundation, an actual nonprofit, I had no clue what I was getting myself into. It's not about.
I bet. I can imagine.
You know, it is. Sherilyn says, y'all ladies look amazing. Aren't they so cute and pastel?
Thank you, Sherilyn.
Thank you, JC. So JC's going to give $25 to Kaleidoscope and $25 to Rose Dynasty.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you, JC. That's wonderful.
Yeah, if you can't find Kaleidoscope, let us know. We'll get you that information. And then JC, you know how to do Rose Dynasty. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, I just, it's great. I'm loving this conversation tonight. Like, I love how it's just.
Me too.
It's a good one, right?
Y'all, and whoever missed it, and the great thing is they'll be able to go back and watch it again and again. So awesome. Oh, what Elizabeth said. I missed the beginning, but Facebook or Instagram. They're on Facebook. Party Favors on Facebook.
I believe across the board is Party Favors Music.
Okay.
I think you can just plug that in. Definitely on Instagram, Party Favors Music. On Facebook, it's either Party Favors or Party Favors Music. I'm pretty sure it's Party Favors Music.
They're tagged in the post of this, Elizabeth. If you can't find it, Elizabeth's another one of our parents. I love Elizabeth. She's my client and parent.
Hi, Elizabeth. I love that spelling. I've not seen that before.
She is a wannabe drag queen. She really is a drag queen. Okay. She's a sister.
I love it. I love that. I was gonna say she's not a wannabe. She is. Yes.
So that's awesome. Evie, come on. She's not an episode goes by without Evie barking.
Oh, that's so cute.
Awesome. But yeah, everybody, please follow them. And I appreciate the donations to the charities. If y'all can throw a little bit of cash to the girls too, we'd appreciate it. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's any. Does anybody have any questions? We've been chit-chatting and all, but yeah, let's get some audience questions. Let's talk a little bit more. Queen and A's.
Queen and A, yes.
Queen and A's. Hey.
Oh my goodness. We need to get y'all, while they're typing a question, we need to get y'all to Florida when Disney opens so we can go to Disney together.
Yes. That'd be so much fun. Oh my gosh.
We're 45 minutes from Disney. We're all Disney people here. So
that would be amazing.
We were supposed to go to Disney out in LA when we were there, but everything was canceled.
Then maybe, if not before then, maybe y'all can come early or stay late from the cruise next year. We'll talk. We got a guest.
We love arriving early or staying late anywhere we travel to, because we literally just always make it a workation. Like,
yes.
It's like
we try to enjoy what we're doing at all times. So yeah, we would love to come and hang out. That would be really awesome.
Yeah, we'll talk about the details. I got a guest room, so
yeah.
Oh, that's hold fantastic. On. Elizabeth said, "I love their spirit is fierceness." They are, right, Elizabeth?
Thank you,
Elizabeth. Elizabeth. Susan popping in to say hello. Give Evie love. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Susan.
Hi, Susan.
I love Susan. She's another one of our parents and a good friend of mine. Let's see. Sherilyn, will we meet them in Austin this year? Well, Austin's not going on this year, but next year I'm sure they'll be there.
Absolutely.
Yes, we would never miss it. I mean, we really cannot say enough good about the festival. Just can't say enough good about it because it's just
so
a wonderful, wonderful thing.
And sadly, they they canceled before the pandemic. I know they're restructuring some things, and I think it's a good thing. It means growth.
Yeah.
So I think 2021 is going to be bigger and better.
The guy that founded it, Jamie, he's an amazing individual. Love Jamie to death. But yeah, I mean, we watched, because we've been to Austin now.
Last year was our third year. So in 3 years, oh my gosh,
we've seen
every
huge
year
growth.
is step up by leaps and bounds. Like it's amazing.
So I can imagine it was probably really tough for him to bounce and get everything together. And
it's not easy. I mean, I used to put together conferences and events very similar to that in the church realm, the Christian realm. It's not easy at all by any means.
Yeah. So many small details that you have to pay attention to.
It is. I mean, listen, putting on a pageant is hard enough. So I get it. I get it. And Daniel says, I always love to hear each queen's crazy drag stories. Oh my gosh. I met Daniel in Southern California. We were part of a gay Christian network at the time, and I just fell in love with them. And they actually came to long story short, to get Momma back in movement. I did a fundraiser for the LGBT Center in Long Beach, California, and Daniel came, and Daniel has just been so supportive always, from Momma to Jason. And they love stories. They used to do a lot of our reporting, writing out reports, kind of a blog of everything.
Okay.
I'm sure they have plenty of funny things about me, but so what's something random, fun, and crazy you want to share about yourself?
Well, I feel like our craziest story is our 24-hour trip to Chicago to perform. We literally took off in the morning, and we were performing at Roscoe's. Literally took off. It's a 6-hour drive. Checked into the hotel, took an hour, 30-minute nap maybe, and then got in the face, went and performed. And then we were out walking around the city in full drag until 4 or 5 in the morning, walking back to our hotel because we had walked all the way to Roscoe's with our
well, we met some
suitcase.
Amazing people from the show. Some of the cast members, we hung out with them afterward, and we were out until 4 in the morning at
some bar. We didn't know where we were.
No idea.
They were just here, come here, and we were okay, we'll just go there. And then we were ended up at a diner, and at 4 in the morning we're walking back from Roscoe's to
high whore drag, high whore, all of it, hair, lashes still on,
I love
hilarious.
Chicago, yes, and Roscoe's.
Yeah, we love Chicago.
Next time I'm in Chicago, you're only 6 hours away. I have to remember.
We're really close. Yeah, we are very close.
Oh, and we've been wanting to go there.
We have been missing it.
I don't know, nothing too. I guess nothing too crazy. Just after the shows, we just like to celebrate and have fun and get a little wild, but I don't know, too crazy.
No, I will say what happened? What was the thing on the cruise with the Bernie Sanders?
Oh my gosh.
Was that Mark who had that?
On the cruise, it was Mark.
Yeah.
There's this guy named Mark with the group, and he is amazing and so hilarious. And
we saved baby sea turtles with him. It was really cool.
Baby sea turtles. Aww.
Yeah.
Anyway, he brought somebody else brought this inflatable Bernie Sanders, and then everyone got drunk after the costume party, and Mark was walking around with this Bernie Sanders inflatable.
And he was impersonating him. So he's talking
hey,
Bernie.
Yo, I'm Bernie Sanders. Somebody give me a drink. And it was really funny.
It was really amazing.
And but to people not even on
not in our group. Yeah, straight men, he was going up to him. He's like, make out with Bernie. You know?
Hey, make out with Bernie.
It was hilarious.
Come to find out the next morning, he did not remember a lot of that. We were you were everywhere on the ship with inflatable Bernie Sanders. Oh my god, it was so funny.
I would have had that's funny. That's too funny. I don't think I have anything really outlandishly crazy. I know Daniel, we did my birthday one year, and he happened to be in town for a conference in Orlando, and we had Momma Palooza was what it was called. And actually with Sherilyn Matthews, back in, it was like, God, we're talking 9 or 10 years ago, at this little straight lounge that they hosted a show. It was kind of a scary place. But we did Momma Palooza, and I did When You're Good to Mama from Chicago. And I'll never forget. And of course, everything I do is very wholesome and very family, even back then. And it was like, I come out and I had my husband and my best friend shirtless with a bow tie, and they were passing an offering basket to collect my tips.
Yes.
Listen, I banked that.
Doing the Lord's work.
I was like, I banked that. Now, here I was in my big gown and blah, blah, blah. And they're like shirtless with black eyeliner, a bow tie, and they're just passing offer around. I'm like, that was a little
that's a really great idea, though. Like, we should do that. Get like a hat and be like, okay, pass it around. Everybody put tips in. Bring it back.
Absolutely. I saw, who was it? I know someone that's doing, I have a question to pop up here in a second, but I know someone that was they're doing driveway drag shows where they're literally driving at the end of people's driveway and performing out in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Wow.
Like, so cool. Like, families were hiring them, and the family would sit in the driveway and they would do like a neighborhood drag for the better car. And they have, like, in church, like an offering basket on a long stick to collect the tips.
Yes. I've seen some groups around here. They did like a parking lot drag show, and somebody had a long stick with a basket or something, and they're walking around collecting tips.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Daniel's like, love Momma Palooza. I think I still have the video. Daniel, I need to see that video. Don't make it public
before you post it on public.
That was back when Mama did have alcoholic beverages. I do not drink. Mama doesn't drink now. Jason is an adult, will have a cocktail too, but I do not drink and drag because
it can get messy very quickly.
It was very messy. Yeah. So Sarah Weaver says, if you could perform with any artist, who would you choose?
Oh my God, that's such a hard one. I have so many inspirations and so many loves. Like,
while you think, I can for sure answer this very quickly. So I literally envision the day that we are special guests on Taylor Swift's next tour. Like, that is who I would want to collab with. That is who I want to perform with. Like, when I watch, Taylor Swift is my queen. And there's just something about her that I absolutely love. And you know how she always brings somebody on, every night, different night, there's a different guest. And I'm like, we are going to be on stage with her one day. We will be the special guest.
He literally has dreams that he's friends with Taylor Swift. Like, it's friends. Yeah.
Figure this out. I'm sure I know somebody that knows them. Come on now. Don't you think I would be about this?
That would make this one's whole life.
Yes. Yeah.
I love her too.
I would be there cheering you all the way. I would be there cheering you all the way. Absolutely.
Oh my God. It would be amazing. It will be amazing. And but yeah, I'm inspired by so many different artists, but like, she is, if I had to choose one absolute person right now, that would be Taylor Swift.
Yeah, if I had to pick like a big pop princess kind of thing, like I really loved like Lana Del Rey. Was like when she came out, like I just fell up and I was obsessed, and I was like, I loved her uniqueness. Florence and the Machine, I love her and her uniqueness. I love her to death. Lady Gaga, obviously, like I love strong, independent, powerful women.
Yeah.
And I love anyone that owns who they are. Because, when you show people, hey, this is who I am, and I'm truly being myself and I'm being authentic, you're showing people how that can be possible and that you can actually live that way. And then other people will start doing that. And other people will be like, oh, if they can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
So, Sarah, I love that question. Thank you.
That's a really good question.
I love you.
So for me, I know anybody that watches and knows me knows who I'm going to say, but it's Dolly Parton all the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh
so,
my God.
So
wouldn't that be incredible?
She is my inspiration. If I had money, that's what I would do. Like what she does. She, another powerful woman. Yes. But I had the chance to meet her. I've had the chance to meet her several times. And the first time, I love telling this story, and I like to brag on it. So I was working for Dolly Parton's Dixie Stampede. I was a bartender. It's a dinner show. There used to be several around the country, and I opened the one in Orlando. And my roommate at the time was semi-dating the manager, and he got me the job. And then they made the announcement that the day before opening, or that Dolly would be there to do like a little miniature grand opening thing. And I was like, oh, all right. So came time to meet her. Her PR people came out and they're like, listen, don't talk to her unless she talks to you. Try not to carry on a conversation. Not to be mean, but she's worse than I am. She just doesn't shut up. Like what you see is what you get. So they called 6 of us at a time on stage. And I'll never forget it. She ignored everyone, walked to me and looked at me and said, baby, you are beautiful and don't let anybody ever tell you different. So imagine a 20-something-year-old gay man standing on stage like I was on cloud 9. I was insane. And I just remember I put my arm around her and like it was just amazing. And I have to find the picture and post it one day. Like I was like gleaning. So 7 years later, I saw her in a concert. She left her group of people and called me by name. Walked up to me and called me by name. It was the most amazing experience. So I'm kind of like with Taylor Swift. I will, before I leave this life, I will be on stage with Dolly Parton again.
Yes.
I will be singing, or I will be up there as Momma and singing with her. Like I model our vision and what we want to do with Rose Dynasty after what she does for her community. She's amazing. She's amazing.
She truly
literally is.
And that makes so much sense that would be your idol. I love that.
Human being.
I need to learn to make up. I need to be her from the 80s. I'm a little bigger, but I would like she's just like to impersonate her would be amazing. Sherilyn Matthews is a Cher person all the way. Like,
oh yeah, I mean that would be incredible to sit there and talk with Cher and get her wisdom on life and what she's been through and what she's done with her life. Like that would be
I just want her to I just want Cher to like say insults at me and like be sassy towards me. Honestly, like I just love how she's like, fuck you. Sorry for the sorry. Sorry. But Cher, I saw Cher in concert a couple of years ago and I was in a nosebleed, but it was amazing still. Like to be in the presence of Cher in the same air was amazing.
Sherilyn Matthews loves her. And today is actually the singer Cher's birthday. Right?
Is today her birthday?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that
either. Happy birthday, Cher, from Rose Dynasty and Party Favors.
Happy birthday, Cher. We love you.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Elizabeth actually went to the Dolly Parton's Dixie Stampede in Branson City, Missouri.
Ooh. Oh, we just watched something on Branson.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, have you seen We're Here with Eureka, Bob, and Shangela?
Not yet.
The show.
I saw it popped up. I need to watch it.
You are gonna love it.
Be prepared to cry.
Oh, every episode.
They just did an episode in Branson, Missouri. That's why I was like, oh, I just saw something.
Branson's
That's such a good show.
It's like a Vegas for the Midwest. Like Branson's crazy. Have you guys been to Pigeon Forge yet? I mean, you're so close to.
Yes.
I have.
I've been when I was younger. My dad took us.
I love Pigeon Forge.
That's my second. Tennessee, the Smoky Mountains is my second home. I'm there every couple months.
Have you been to Cades Cove?
I didn't know that.
Really? Cades Cove? That's my husband's favorite place.
We love it there.
We just went camping there 2 years ago, and it's like literally Narnia.
It's beautiful.
So majestic.
We almost saw a black bear. Almost.
No, my best friend's grandparents used to take care of all the churches in Cades Cove.
That's crazy.
I was supposed to be there last week. Like, we'll talk. Here we go. We'll talk about that. Like seriously, East Tennessee, the Smoky Mountains is going to be Rose Dynasty's second home. Like, I'm telling you.
It's such a beautiful. We love hiking. Tennessee. We love being in nature. Like, there's nothing like it. Being that close and experiencing it like that. And Cades Cove was so beautiful and pristine, and the horses and that field. Like, I love horses so much, and I was just like,
literally majestic. Can I just tell a really quick funny story though? We set up our tent. We're in a tent, right? And there's like the bear secure things where you can put your food and stuff in there.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we're in a campground. Like, there's probably not many bears around and stuff. So, but I was still kind of worried. So we were in the main lodge area. Yeah. And I asked the lady, I was like, oh, are there a lot of bears around here? Or is it, not that bad? She's like, oh no, there are a lot. That's why people come here. And I was like, okay. So
oh yeah.
We were in our single
bear country.
Tent, 2-person tent. It was I love camping though.
So funny. Oh my gosh. So Cher is 74. I didn't know that.
Okay, share.
Sherilyn's on it. Elizabeth, I guess, was born in Branson City. I didn't know that. And then Daniel said, we got to see Rose Dynasty and Pigeon Forge. I would fly out from California for that. Daniel has been to Dollywood, and we keep missing each other every time. So we're going to trip out. Like,
I love Dollywood.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of stories with Dollywood too. We could talk all day about East Tennessee. Well, we do.
This is about to be a 5-hour live stream.
That's right. Y'all get used to hearing stories. East Tennessee, I'm telling you, my best friend lives in Maryville, which is south of there, and it's amazing. I go up there all the time. I'm working with the Appalachian Out group, which is the LGBT group, and they've been doing drag queen bingos for us. They did 2 or 3 last year and raised money for Rose Dynasty, and I've got one coming up. I'll be up there in July and August, I think.
Wow, okay.
Providing things clear up.
Yeah.
So it's pretty awesome. They're great people, and it's great. Sherilyn actually would do a great Dolly Parton. I need to learn Dolly's makeup so I can do impersonation. I just do the only impersonation I've ever done. I did Elvira.
Okay.
And actually Sherilyn Matthews' drag mom, Stacey Lane Matthews from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Stacey did my makeup for that. I actually rocked. I think I rocked pretty well. And then I did Mad Madam Mim from Sword in the Stone.
Yes. Okay.
Disney cartoon.
Yeah. Did we just watch that?
We did just watch
Yeah,
that. That's amazing.
I did her number where she was singing to the canary, and I did that, and I mixed it with Cannibal, and I had a peep on a stick, and I ate the peep at the end of the song.
That's amazing.
They were like, "Mama?" Like, yeah, I did that.
Amazing.
That's hilarious.
Impersonations are really hard. Like, I don't know how to really do makeup like anybody else's, or like, and it's hard to do impersonations of people. That's like super tough.
Sherilyn does Adele. She's an amazing Adele impersonator.
Okay.
And then she's done Etta James.
Ooh.
Did amazing, and I can't remember any others she's done, but those are 2. She does really, really, really good with Adele, like amazing.
That is a skill and a talent like no other. Like, to be able to impersonate somebody well is definitely a skill in itself.
Yeah,
absolutely. Sure. Oh my gosh! So we've been going on for almost an hour and a half.
Oh my gosh!
I really want to end it. I'm just going to throw this out, and if you want to, do you have another song that y'all could like throw at us? If not,
we could do Wildest Dreams if I can. Ooh, I think I remember it.
Let's try it. We're gonna try to do Wildest Dreams.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Awesome.
We'll try. We'll see how it goes.
I'm gonna drop out. You guys enjoy them, and I'll be back when you're done. I can't wait to hear this.
Okay.
This is unscripted, unrehearsed, so
let's try it.
And I don't have my pick, but I think I can go. It's probably in the front room, but
I'll go get it.
Hold on one moment. We gotta get. I don't have a pick, so I need that for this. But so like we were saying earlier, Sunny is definitely a huge fan of Taylor Swift. So when we just did a live kind of thing with our acoustic music. Acoustic, and we performed this number. We did this one, so I'm gonna try and remember how.
There we go.
You ready?
Yep.
He said, let's get out of this town, drive out of the city, away from the crowd. I thought heaven can't help me now, nothing lasts forever, but this is getting good now. He's so tall, handsome as hell, he's so bad, but he does it so well. I can see the end as it begins. My one condition is, say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe, red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just in your wildest dreams. In your wildest dreams. I said no one has to know what we do. His hands are in my hair, his clothes are in my room, and his voice is a familiar sound. Nothing lasts forever, and this is gonna take me down. He's so tall, handsome as hell. He's so bad, but he does it so well. And when we've had our very last kiss, my last request it is, say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe, red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just in your wildest dreams. In your wildest dreams. You see me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night, burning it down. Someday when you leave me, I'll bet these memories follow you around. You see me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night, burning it down, down. Someday when you leave me, I'll bet these memories follow you around, follow you around. Say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just in your wildest dreams. In your wildest dreams. You see me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night. Someday when you leave me, I'll bet these memories in your wildest dreams. In your wildest dreams.
Yeah.
Okay, that went better
Y'all
than I thought it was
did
going
that.
to.
Come on, impromptu.
Yes.
We haven't done that one in a while.
In a
so that was-
while.
yeah.
Y'all did.
Awesome.
I love it. I love it. I loved you guys did your little acoustic set at Austin Drag Festival. I caught the little end of it. I'll never forget. And Megan was there, and they just loved it. They are watching. Like I said, I'll probably get in trouble for giving them a shout out. I love them.
That's amazing.
Sherilyn, let's see. So Sherilyn gave you a bunch of purple hearts. Ashley says amazing duo, and Sherilyn, I can hear her go,
Thank you.
yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Oh my god, I feel like we could continue talking, and we could totally do this again. Like
We
I,
honestly-
We could totally do
yeah.
this again. This was so much fun. Thank you so much for thinking of us and having us on your show. This is it's been amazing. This has been so much fun.
It has been so much fun. You are an amazing, amazing host, an amazing human. I knew that from the beginning. So thank you so much.
We love you to death.
Thank you. Is there any final words that you want to leave with anybody? Anything you want to say before we let them go?
The only thing is believe in yourself and believe that you can do the impossible, and
Because you
go
truly
after your dreams and do not give up.
Absolutely. I agree. And as always, from myself to everyone else, don't ever forget that you're loved, accepted, and wanted. Please share this video, share it. Check out the girls' music. Stay in touch. We'll see everybody tomorrow at 1 o'clock if you want to join us for our mental health breakout. And then again, Sunday at 2 o'clock for story time with Mama. So I love you all.
Yes.
Have a great night. Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.